Hello, and welcome to Yarn Engineers podcast. My name is Greta, and I come to you from snowy Vilnius today, where I live with my boyfriend, our rescue dog Zara, and a place where I knit most of my time. It's very strange to get back to you after a little bit more than a month from my last podcast. It was aired, I think, around February 16th, and almost a week later, Russia invaded Ukraine. And to be honest, my mind, my knitting, my mojo just freezed, and honestly, I had no brain power to knit. Even thinking about making new podcast where such terrible actions are happening nearby. So Lithuania, my work company, myself personally donated a lot. We are having a lot of refugees in Vilnius, in whole Lithuania, so we're doing our best to help them, especially women and children, to take care of them, and hopefully they will be able to come back once everything is over. So I'm sorry to start this not very funny note, but well, this is what happened. So finally I got myself back, started knitting again, and honestly I have 1, 2, 3, almost 4 finished objects to show you. So usually podcast starts with what I'm wearing, but today I am not wearing anything that I made by myself, but to increase let's say to increase the mood a little bit more, I have this farting unicorn t-shirt that says "Poked, poked, motherfuckers," and it was gifted by my boyfriend last year, and honestly I enjoy them wearing. They are funny. So back to finished objects. I'll show them in weight increase because, as you know, this year I'm destashing, so still quite successfully. I haven't purchased any new yarn since, I guess, November. I had one addition to my yarns from some stash, but it's okay. It's handable, adjustable. So okay, first finished object from my stash are simple vanilla socks for me to sleep. Well, I have some socks, but they are not nice anymore, so I decided I need new ones. These are very simple socks. I've started from the toes up, both at once, and the issue why I did that is that I made herbarium socks on my last podcast, and these were gifted for my boyfriend's mother, and I had some leftovers, but I wasn't sure if that's enough for 2 socks, so I decided to make them toe up, and 2 at once, so I don't have any scraps, but I have a teeny tiny bit. Let me show you. So the stash is like this. That's all I'm left. Can we focus it? No, it's not working yet. So this is the only yarn I was left, and it's absolutely not available to make 2 rounds, at least one for each sock. So that's what's left. And simple vanilla socks for size 36, 37. I guess I just measured myself as I was going. I did German short rose heel. It looks like this, and it has this little leg part and quite big rib, and I'm not sure what exactly happened because I usually do same bind off for my knittings, but this one is not very stretchy. That's about how much I can do it. So when I need to put them on, I need a little push to get through my heel, but it's really nice because it means that I wouldn't lose them in the middle of the night and get cold feeted. So this is my first finished object. I already wore them for a few nights and they are really nice, really soft. The yarn is from my dearest Dominica from Lady with a Knit. It's a sock yarn base, 75-25 merino and nylon, so super wash. I haven't washed them honestly because, well, these are meant for my night sleep and they're so nice and so cozy. I wouldn't have time to wait for them to, wash, get blocked, dry, and so on so far. I just use them and enjoying from the moment I finished them. So that's it. Let's move to the other finished object, which is my Tsubaki pullover. With this one, well, honestly, I was telling you that I am about to cast it on because it's still a little wintry, a little colder, and I can enjoy it. So once my knitting mojo was back a teeny tiny bit, I immediately casted it on because I needed something that I would enjoy, that I needed a lot. And here it is. So, okay, let me show you in the proper way. This is the yarn that I had. Well, it's all weaved in. I just need to cut it. I just took it from the dryer, and that is the reason why it's not prepared to show in his whole glory. I'm really sorry about this. I'll try to get better next time. Not promise. So, if there's anyone who made this sweater before, this pullover, you will know that this construction is very interesting. You do the neck, then you start doing shoulders with some increases, then you do neck/back increases with German short rows, then you do one sleeve flat, then you sew it or knit it. I'm not sure. It looks like this, and actually it looks gorgeous. This is my sew line. So once you do one sleeve, you get back to the main part, do another sleeve, and then you continue with the body. If I would have a cone of yarn that would be suitable for this sweater, I would only have two yarns to weave in, at the beginning and at the end. But since I had four skeins of yarn that I was gifted by Naomi from Naomi Joy Knits, so I still had to make some connections. This is Merino superwash, so I had to make some teeny tiny knots, and they are hidden somewhere in the sweater. I'm not going to show them to you, but I really enjoy the sweater. I can't wait to wear it. Hopefully I'll do this weekend. Maybe we will go out somewhere that I can, get dressed really nicely. Because we are still working from home, and t-shirt and training pants are the best. So that's it, and I made the smallest version of this sweater, and well, as it's a super wash, it got loosened a bit, but it's still very suitable, and I'll try to add a picture or two of how this looks on me. So let's say this is my finished object number 2, and it weighs around 260 grams. I haven't really weighted it. Now for my third finished object, I already shown it for you last time. It was somewhere in the middle. Well, it was still work in progress. Now it's finished object, and it's my Midlothian shawl. Let me show you more. So it's a regular triangle shawl made from the middle of the neck. I'm not sure if it's wool or if it was a dog hair. Zara started her spring shredding and her spikes are everywhere. So, nevertheless, my Midlothian shawl. It starts at the middle of the neck, as mentioned, and it grows and grows, and now you can't see me. So this is my Midlothian. It was made from Madame Tricote Merino gold yarn, so it's, I believe, 51% Merino, 49% acrylic or polyamide, so it's half wool, but it's already very cozy. A little too itchy for me because, well, I am really, I have very sensitive skin against my neck. Maybe less sensitive on my foot, like for some wool socks, but the neck, hands, chest are really very sensitive, and I don't like having wool around me. But on a hotter day, I can already feel that it's a little bit scratchy. But for example, today it's not very hot at home and outside, so it would be really nice to wear. I took three colors because even the pattern has like 3 batches of charts, so it was quite simple for me to adjust for my color palette. I'm sorry, my English is still quite broken. So it has green, it has white part, and it has this lovely gray finish with a picket bind off. This honestly, I think it's the first time I used this picket bind off, and I really liked it. I may use it on some socks in the future because I really loved that option when I start with the toes and finish with the upper part. So I am pretty sure how much yarn I used and how long the socks are, and well, it really was very cute. And I'm not sure what to add to the shawl description. Well, I took the yarn in 2 strands because when I started knitting it with one, I wasn't liking the fabric. I didn't like the fabric I got, so started using 2 strands, then adjusted needles 3 times, I guess at least 3 times, until I got the proper fabric, and now I really love it. I use it basically every day, at least in the evenings, to get cozy, to have another knitting on the needles. And yeah, it is really nice. So this is Midlothian, and I forgot to mention that all patterns, if there is a pattern, I will add in my show notes with links where I found them or where you can find any details about them. And yeah, I guess that's it. It's quite heavy. To be honest, I placed them on my I weighted it. I'm sorry, I forgot the word again. So I weighted it and it was 347 grams. So that's quite biggie. Yeah, that's it. And you know what? I have something to wear right now. So let me get cozy even more. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, and let me talk about my almost finished object. So, my last and almost finished object is my cardigan. I've started it, well, I had quite a bunch worked on my previous episode. I'm pretty sure about that. And now I have everything except pockets done. Let me show you how much I have if I'll be available to do that. So that's the hood. It has an ending like this. I have to spoil you. At this moment it is not washed. It has weaved in ends, but since it's not washed it may get a little looser. I haven't cut them. Well, I haven't hid them properly, but everything is hidden. So that's the hood. This is the top of the hood. I knitted it, since that's my own design, my own measurements, I'm quite comfortable to talk fully about it. So, well, let me start maybe not with the hood, but with the main part. So it's a top-down cardigan made of wool, acrylic, I think cashmere, and a little bit of alpaca blend. So this is the raglan, one of the raglan lines. It still has no buttons as well because I'm not sure how I would like to close it. So this is raglan. I have sleeves finished as well. They are completed with the I-cord line, and that's it. This is how it looks. Someone said it's in fisherman's, no, or maybe yes, it's half fisherman's rib. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I can be. The first line is worked on the stockinette stitch, and like all knitted, and the second one is knit purl, knit purl, knit purl. So, and then you knit again and you knit purl again on the, if you purled on the second row, you will purl on fourth and sixth and so on. So it's like the ladder or something like this. Here how it looked. So raglan, then I did a little shaping for my waist, and it has prolonged backline. As you can see, my front finish is finished right here. It's in the middle of my, let's say above my knees, and the back part is way longer to cover my butt and a little bit more. And now I'm thinking about what kind of pockets I would like to add. So I believe they will be square with one cut corner, so I can put, phone, keys, treats for Zara or something else. So pockets are actually in progress. So this is one of my 2 works in progresses. And I need to find a way to decide what I would like to do with my clothing. If I want to put a zipper, which would be hell for me, or I want to find some nice buttons and sew them in and make some something like that. And this is the hood. The whole sweater has I-cord I-cord around it to have a nice finish. This is how my backside looks. So I think I did pretty good job because the finishing I-cord goes around hood, front, back, another front. So it was quite painful. It's a three stitches I-cord. Let's say it. I am so terrible at wording today. Maybe it's the excitement about being able to film again. I'm really sorry about it. So that's how the join from the, this is the I-cord on my neckline, and then the hood starts on the up, and this is the I-cord edging. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, so it looks pretty cute. It looks neat and tidy, and the hood is very big, and I knitted it flat until I reached somewhere here. I did some head shaping because if you can see here, there are some, yeah, you should be able to see, there are some increases here, and then there are a few decreases. And then I just stopped knitting the flat part and I shaped my hood like a heel flapping gusset, let's put it this way, and I chose several stitches, you know, to get all the way until I reached my nose. So this is the top of the hood and the yarn, waist yarn, and that's it for the moment. So the pockets, as mentioned, are the afterthought pockets, corner cut shape. You know what? Right now we can move to works in progress part, and I can show you my pockets. Like, there is a lot to show. I have to add that I have no clue how much my cardigan weighs. It's very heavy. I believe I really used more than half a kilo already, but there's not much left, so I will wait it once it's done, washed, blocked, so on so far. And now let's move to the, as mentioned, work in progress. I even was very nice and tried to make a picture, well, make a drawing for you, like for a pocket that I am about to knit. Well, I will need 2 of them, so that's how they should look. As mentioned, these are squares with 1 cut corner so that I can put something right like this. Like, it should fit my phone. At least that's the basic measure that I'm taking. Maybe keys, some Zara treats, etc., etc. And this is how much I have done today. It is 17 stitches for the pattern, and then 2 additional ones where I will sew. And I'm not sure how much I will do because, well, I measure it as I go, and once I'm comfortable with it, I will move to the, you know, to the decreases, and then I will do the 3 stitches I-cord, you know, to have a nice finish. I am not even sure, maybe I can do this finish on the whole pocket. Well, time will show. This is my, well, this cardigan is my own design. I watched some videos, you know, how to do it, how to properly measure myself, what take into consideration, like neck increases, how to take care not to lose the pattern on that, to check if there is bust adjustments needed, because if you have larger bust, you have to do some extra steps. so on so far. You can hear Zara running away, and so it took me a lot, but I enjoyed each and every step. So now I'm not home alone anymore, and I'll most likely do a quick finish because I'm still very uncomfortable filming this in front of someone else. So I spoke about my pockets, and these are knitted on 4mm Tricote needles, and that's about it for tonight. So as mentioned, I'm not alone anymore. My beloved one is sitting right in front of me, but he has his computer and a headset on, so hopefully I'll be okay with the last part. And this is my second work in progress, and oh no, it's nicely, no, it is not nicely in the middle of the row, but this is another shawl because when I have something easy like this cardigan where I just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with the same pattern, I need something to keep my head busy sometimes. And this is Paramaribo shawl. I've started it quite a while ago, but well, I worked it with the cardigan on the same time, you know, switching from one project to another. But later I got into some local challenge here to knit cardigan or something big for yourself. So my main focus was cardigan. As you can see, I almost finished it. And the shawl was a little lonely and forgotten, but it is work in progress really highly again. So let me try to show you. Again, classic triangle shawl. Started with this repeated pattern with those squares, some kind of leaves, and then it turns here into some other squares. It should have tiny pom-poms, not the pom-poms, bubbles, you know what I mean, in the middle of those squares, right here. But this is the only yarn I have left. It's Latvian Dundaga wool with a color change, but which really changed nicely. So since I wanted to finish the shawl as much as possible, I just did a regular stockinette knit stitch on places where I need to do the bobble. I have not very much left to finish this. I have this yarn left, and I will have another finished object. But god damn it, how scratchy it is. It's 100% sheep wool, and it is so scratchy, so scratchy. This probably will become a gift for someone because I'm not even close on the coldest day to be able to wear this. But I hope that there is someone that likes, you know, this rusty yarn and would be able to enjoy it fully. So not much left, but I have a story with this. Oh my god, I lost a stitch. Yeah, I have quite a story to tell you about this. I lost 2 stitches. Yeah, quite a story about this pattern, well, this shawl, because, well, as mentioned, I started to knit it with the cardigan, then I focused on the cardigan, and I didn't I didn't mark on the pattern where I stopped. So once I took it back a few days ago, I had no clue where I was. Well, to show you now, I was somewhere here. I was somewhere here, but I thought that I was here, and the pattern isn't the same. Well, it has a few stitches difference. So I ripped it off until here, then started to knit again like this, like here, and I found out that it's, well, my stitch count isn't right. And then I found what I missed, that I overachieved myself by maybe 5 pattern rows for this big shawl. Well, not very big, but it's going to be big. And so I had to rip those few rows again. And now I'm back on track, knitting nicely, and hopefully everything will be okay now. So maybe several hours counting, knitting, ripping back, knitting again, ripping again, and then finally I was able to get back on track. So basically the whole purple part was ripped off and knitted 2 times. Way to go, me! And that's it with my knitting projects for this month, and let's say for this episode. I'm still trying to find comfortable way for me to film these, because as I can see, it is more comfortable for me to do these monthly, but time will show how it will go and how often I will find mojo to make those videos, because I would really like to have these more. But at this moment I can't promise anything, because life happens, and hopefully the weather is going to get better, so I will be more outside, less knitting, and there may be less things to show. For my future projects, I've started thinking about something for spring and for summer. So at this moment I really would like to knit or to crochet a dress for myself. So at this moment I'm looking for some patterns. If anyone has any advices, any nice patterns, these would be highly appreciated, and I would really like to see them, and maybe I will choose something to knit for myself. If not, my Make 9 has a top from linen, so I wouldn't be bored. And I think that's it. I haven't decided what yarn I would use, because I have quite a bunch of different cottons, from yarn art flowers. I have regular flowers. I have some rose garden. I have some gazelle cotton, I think. And I have a huge ball of unknown mercerized cotton that I got. I have no clue where from, but it's a huge amount of cotton. It looks really nicely. It's in beige color, and if I will start doing anything from it, I'll show it to you. So I guess that's it for today. Thank you very much for coming. I'm hoping you enjoyed the time with me, and hopefully I'll see you sooner than in a month. I'll do my best to do that, and yeah, that's it. Thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, maybe even leave any comment, and yep, bye.